starting on this part for you guys.
Welcome back, we made it home.
Surfactant does not make a difference.
So I will price my jobs. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy JP here, back with another video on this cold morning. It might be 10 degrees in the morning, but it'll be 60 by the afternoon. Just give it faith. Just give it faith. But guys, we got a pretty busy day. I wanted to document today because we got some valuable things we're doing today. Actually, wait till the end of the video. I'm gonna be doing something that I'd like to actually call like a cheat code for your business that you should be doing this time of year. And by the time I post this video, it's definitely not too late. So definitely wait till the end. I'll share that with you. But we are doing a house wash out yonder today. Actually, I don't even know if I'm going the right way, to be honest with you. I'm just kind of assuming here. Let's see. So right now this job, you know, we're going the right way. We knew it. But this job's actually like 40 minutes away from where we're currently at. We just packed up the back. Kind of soap to last us like a month. I ended up, instead of, you know, just going there every morning, I was like, screw it. I'll just drop like, you know, a bunch of money on it and we'll just basically pack out to get enough soap for a while. So yeah, I got soap to last. But anyways, we're 40 minutes out, and yeah, man, you know, it's crazy. This job I actually got while I was doing another customer's house out yonder, and I was like, gosh, this is such a drive. But then I had the customer I'm doing today walk up to me while I was doing the house, and she was like, oh, I need pressure washing and stuff. And then she ended up calling me, and so we scheduled it. But man, it's a troop to get out here. But you know, with everything and how it is right now and how slow it is, man, I'll drive to South Carolina if I got to at this point. No, I'm just playing. But bro, I swear this is the #1 thing that I hate about all the construction in North Carolina. So there's an exit right over there, as you can probably see. And if you go back there, I kind of filmed it a little late, but if you go back there, it's like the entrances for the exit that I took, that I actually needed to take, and the exit for that, it's like, bro, the entrances are right beside each other, okay? But the bad part is, if you take the other entrance to the exit, bro, you are SOL. You are completely like, you are not going to, you're not going to be able to turn around for a good like 15-20 minutes. Like, it puts you in such a bad predicament. I've been late to customers just because I accidentally looked at Google Maps and saw that entrance was, you know, like, it just confuses the hell out of me, because these are all new roads, right? They've been expanding these roads like crazy. Heck, I didn't even know this was a toll road, dude. Like, North Carolina's just crazy, man. Everything's gonna be toll roads. But anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that. I think it's absolutely hilarious, because if you accidentally just take that entrance and they're right beside each other, like, I wish I would have filmed it. Oh man, you waste so much time. It's crazy. All right, man. So we are at the house. We already got our pressure washer taken out because we are rocking and rolling. But I do want to actually answer a question. So a lot of people like to say that surfactant does not make a difference. I'm here to tell you that is completely false, man. So for a while, I was actually running straight SH. And keep in mind, you know, I guess it is different for everybody. I don't know, depending on the weather or whatever, I have no clue. But my results are, man, surfactant definitely helps. Like, it's a game changer. Like I said, I used to run straight SH because, you know, for a little bit I was just kind of being cheap, to be completely honest with you, even though, like, you know, that bottle right there is only like 35 bucks. But yeah, I was being like super cheap, and so, you know, I didn't want to buy any surfactant, stuff like that. But man, that completely changed, because I promise you, surfactant does make a huge difference, like a huge difference. And it just makes sense too. Like, you know, I've heard some people say, no, it doesn't make a difference at all, it's just for soap, or, you know, to cover up the smell and stuff like that. Bro, that's completely false, okay? And being the intelligent man I am, bro, I sit here, and I had to get these gloves, okay? Recently I got these gloves, but for a while, and I'm talking since I started my business, I did not use any gloves, okay? Man, if you sit here and just get the sodium hypochlorite with surfactant on your hands versus just getting the sodium hypochlorite on your hands, you will see there is a complete difference. There's a complete difference. And that difference is basically, your hands are going to be like, you know, you are going to be able to feel their surfactant. Where did my gun go? Oh, it's over here. What? Dude, what the fuck? All right, guys, we got a runaway gun here. Did I bring it over here or something? Oh, there it is. Dude, I thought I lost my gun or somebody stole it. But I promise you, surfactant makes a huge difference. Like, a significant difference. The whole idea of it is it sticks to the surface and basically, you know, just gives it that extra drag, right? And I will say, you know, on one-story houses like the one we're about to do, you know, you could technically run just straight SH, but you will use more bleach. I think that's really the whole idea of it, okay? There's not really a right or wrong answer. It's just like, do you want to save money or not? You know, that's really the deal. Now, if you're sitting here buying, you know, $100 bottles of surfactant, obviously you're not really saving much. You know, if you can get like a $35 bottle of surfactant or a detergent that has no acid in it, that can mix with bleach, then, you know, it's just good to have because you're getting that extra effect out of your sodium hypochlorite. Now, on this side, you can see the money shot. This is the exciting part, and we are starting on this part for you guys. Let me hear it. So, like, you know, if you watched my videos before, you know I like to start, basically go around the house and then end up on the front, so that way we can be done at the front with our setup, because we have to pull it out, put it back in, and that's what she said. I'm just joking, but that's basically how our setup works. Is we have to take the pressure washer out of our car, put it in the lawn, and, you know, so on and so forth. So it makes it easier on us as far as the cleanup process, I guess you can call it. So let's see if we're good on gas. Of course we are not, but that's why we have a gas tank. Drop that sucker right here. Are we good on oil? That's the big question. So let's go ahead and clean this off. Let's check. Boom, we're good on oil. So guys, that's a big thing. If you're new to pressure washing, make sure your machine always has oil in it. That is so important. I actually have a machine, another one just like this, that I thought was broken, but it was just bad gas. But essentially the machine does have a, I guess, blown gasket or something, and basically it just leaks oil like it's nobody's business. So every single day for a while I had to essentially fill it up with oil again, because of the sole fact it was not retaining oil at all. Making sure she's awake, man. Good morning. I'm gonna let it wake up there. Oh, I'm gonna get the pump going and I'm gonna turn it off. We need to do our walk around. Actually, I'm gonna do that right now. You can tell she's on her last leg, guys. All right, so we need to do our walk around, of course. Make sure, there we go. Make sure you always do your walk around, guys. That's super important. I can't stress that enough. Oh man, it says it's for phones, but it doesn't work with phones. So guys, always make sure you do your walk arounds. Super important, just to make sure 110% that, you know, everything is how you left it. Make sure you do. Oh man, those things always scare the heck out of me. So if you look, this is actually probably a good lesson here. So we can kind of already see just a little bit. Maybe the camera's not picking it up, but since this is the side that gets the most sun here, you can kind of already see the oxidation just a little bit. So we just got to be careful on the side, but more importantly, just let our customer know that since this is the side that gets the most sun, there is going to be just, you know, just a little bit of, you know, white, black, white, black, just like little spots. And I don't know if the camera really can pick it up or if you can really see it on the video, but there's definitely oxidation on that side. And you can see some right here too, just a little bit of oxidation. And it's very common, man. Like with North Carolina moisture and everything, super, super common. So, but the main thing is to let your customer know, because it will save you and them a big headache. The headache being, well, it didn't look like that before. Well, it did, you just didn't really notice it. You know, that kind of conversation. And, you know, you just want to avoid that at all costs, out of respect to your business, but also out of respect to the customer, because they don't want to be sitting here worried about something that they think you caused. So, you know, it's just good practice to make sure 110%. I swear I've been in the gym, but after a day off, man, those 5 gallons, a little heavy. So let's go ahead and obviously spray it down with some water. Get that pump nice and woken up. It's taking a little bit today. Look, I know my pressure washer very well, and I'll tell you, after a day off, man, after a day off, it likes to get a little lazy on the Get day on, right? All right, so wet everything down, make sure everything's nice and drenched. All right, make sure everything's nice and wet down. Give the plants a little love. Got a little spot up there. The wind's being a little pain in my butt today, but that's fine. We got up there. Now, I don't see any spots on this house that I would technically need to bring out the wand, so it should be good to be mobile on the gun today. But we would definitely see, right? I mean, it's always a surprise, man. Always a surprise. But we should be good. I guess my biggest concern is bleach just flying everywhere, but you know, that is to be expected with this kind of weather. And it's not like bad or anything. Like, it's like 45 degrees out here or something like that. But it's just annoying, you know. I really do hate when the wind is, you know, 9 miles per hour and stuff. But man, we're making it through until springtime, and we'll be rocking and rolling heavy in springtime. Wait for the wind just a little bit. Okay, I might have been mistaken a little bit. We might need the wand, who knows? Hope not. Is that hitting? Ah, it doesn't look like it. Damn, dude. Can I use my gun one day? Yeah, the thing is, it's not really a matter of can I use the gun or not. It's really more of a fact of like, is it going to be a pain in my ass? Am I gonna have to spend more time waiting? All this other stuff. Man, I'm just gonna make it easier on myself. Just pull out the Ryobi one, the Extendo one. Yes, I can be a little bit more mobile with the gun, but the time you have to spend just waiting for the wind to die down, it's absurd, man. So I guess with this weather, man, we might not be rocking the gun until spring, because it's, you know, it's not insanely windy. I need to take actually the other end off. It's not insanely windy, but it's just enough to where it's just like it's getting everywhere and slowing me down, and man, we ain't got time for that. Ain't got time for that. So yeah, we'll probably have to hold off on the gun until spring, unfortunately. It is what it is. You can already see that green algae coming off though, I'll tell you what. All right, so I have myself to blame there. I did think I was gonna need the wand in the first place. Let me just see. The wand does great things, man. The wand does great things. The wind annihilator is what we're gonna call it. Oh man, come on. You guys probably can't see it, but I am hitting it, I promise you. It is giving me a little bit of issues, but we'll make it work. Gracious, man, at this point, we're gonna let that sit there, and we're gonna continue on this side. One of those windy days, man. It's one of those windy days. It is what it is. Gotta make it work though, you know? And I think the wind is like 13 miles per hour right now. So we definitely could have gotten by and not had to use the wand if there wasn't any dormers, but since there's dormers, you gotta get that extra shot in this dreaded wind. All right. When I pull this thing out, you know, I used to play lacrosse for a little minute. When I pull this thing out, it's like a deep hole, you know? Like, I look at the gun, it's like MIDI attack. This thing right here is like a deep hole, man. It definitely is up there. I can't wait till we don't have to worry about things like this when, you know, we get our 4 gallons per minute and stuff, and, you know, upgrade. You know, has this been a good little starter setup? Of course. And you know, is this the one I just recommended in my how to make 10,000 a month press launcher video? Absolutely, because it does get the job done. You just probably can't do a ton of jobs in a day. Max I've had in a day is like 4, and those are like, you know, mainly just house washes. So, oh my god, dude, put concrete in the mix, you're done for. You're done for, buddy. It's not happening. The most house and concretes I've done in a day is 2, and that's just non-negotiable. 2. The driveway would have to be a literal like concrete slab, like a 4x4 concrete slab, to do any more than that, man. It's just unrealistic. All right, so we've soaped down this side. As you can see, man, this algae just came right off. So the dormer up there is actually looking pretty good. Yeah, even with it going that far back, we actually got that spot too. That's actually really surprising. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse off that dormer. Beautiful. Stuff you gotta do, man. Stuff you gotta do. Of course, the sun is right on me while I'm trying to look at this one side. That's good. That's good. Make sure I'm not missing anything here. Lord knows the wind wants to make sure I don't rinse down the side. Yeah, it looks good. Looks really good. Ugh. So we're gonna let it dwell on that side just a little bit longer. We'll go ahead and get started on this side. Probably asking, well, JP, why don't you rinse down that side? Because the sun's over here, dummy. That's really it. The vinyl will be fine, but the sun's over here. I like the sun, man. Oh, my leg's getting warm. Yeah, I like the sun now. Sorry if I got water on you guys. Don't know if you knew, but this was a pressure washing channel. All we do is spray water. That's it. We're just water sprayers. Professional water benders, like in the, you know, like Avatar last airbender, right? All right. Tough crowd. Go ahead and rinse down this side really good. I'm actually really excited for January. Got a call, well, not a call, but I got a Facebook message from actually a real estate agent. And I've worked with real estate agents in the past, but I don't know, man. I have a good feeling that if I, you know, when I do a really good job, that she might call me back out. She's like showing love on the ads and stuff, I've noticed, which is awesome. So, you know, I love building relationships like that. I need to actually send out postcards to HOAs and real estate agents here soon. That is on my list of things to do while the season is kind of slow. You know, that's a big thing. You know, if you want some advice in this video, you know, while the season's slow, or heck, even if you're not even in pressure washing yet, but you're looking to dive into it this spring or summer, man, go ahead and get your ducks in a row, you know? Guys, if you are looking to get into pressure washing and just not sure where to start and things like that, you can actually book a one-on-one call with me. It's probably the first link you'll see in the description. But if you didn't watch my how to make $10,000 a month in pressure washing video, I highly suggest going ahead and checking that out, because it basically describes everything, I guess, like the layout and, you know, how I can add value, how working with me is basically a, you know, fast track to getting into the business. If you don't know, guys, like, I literally went full-time in pressure washing my second month, okay? Second month. I didn't waste any time. And it's because of my processes, you know? I found a way to scale my business. And heck, man, to be honest with you, I'm kind of disappointed in myself a little bit, because, you know, I'm always a sky's the limit kind of guy. And, you know, although we did do 10K that second month we were in business, you know, I still think we could have done more, because of the sole fact that, you know, just my ad structure and just everything is so important. But it's fine. We're gonna make up for it in the spring, I promise. It's gonna be insane. And like I said, with the legwork that I'm gonna do, you know, while everything's kind of slow, it's gonna make sense, man. It's gonna make sense. I know it will. But I know everything will make sense. Everything will work out. Man, I want to do big numbers next year. Big numbers. Hire people. Look at this, man. I mean, it's just coming off. Man, this stuff was begging to come off. Is that algae? Yeah, it's a little bit of algae we missed. So we'll spray that down. Yeah, we're gonna spray that down just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. And so once I do this part, we're actually gonna have to wrap back around and hit that side and then hit that little other point. I tell you, man, I cannot wait until I can get a 200-foot hose. Like, that's gonna be an absolute game changer, man. Comes off just like butter. All right, so we did that side. A little preview. Looks beautiful. That wasn't actually a bad side. You know, the sunnier parts definitely were not horrible, but this is the money shot right here. Drop everything, kind of take a gander at it. Looks beautiful, came out great. So now what we're doing is we're wrapping around to the other side, and like I said, I'm gonna finish up at the front. All right, man, so we just got done with that job and we are headed home now. Like I said, we are not really booking out our schedule as much as we were, just because it is kind of slowed down, but also just because the weather is just so wishy-washy. We have processes, you know, to deal with that, but, you know, I don't want to sit here and make a commitment to somebody and not be able to, you know, show up on time. That just doesn't build good rapport and it makes people unhappy. So I'm kind of just, you know, respecting my customers and just not overbooking myself, because I was doing that when the weather started to get bad, and man, it was just, I was moving people around. It was just a whole mess, and I just don't think a lot of people appreciate that, you know? So, but I did want to take this opportunity to talk about pricing, man. You know, a lot of people get into pressure washing or really any kind of home service industry and don't know what to price. I will say this is how I price my jobs, okay? So I look at a job, Usually if it's under like 3,000 square foot, I know I can do that in a certain amount of time, depending on, you know, if I got to get under stuff, like how dirty it is, just like different factors, right? Based on how long I think it'll take me. So generally I like to make $100 an hour, right? That's my goal. And, you know, obviously if I can make more than that, hey, awesome, right? But I generally, worst case scenario, I like to do $100 an hour, okay? And with that being said, that's my price, okay? Now, here's what you kind of have to look at, okay? Like, especially when you scale the business, you're gonna have a different price. You know, obviously you gotta pay for employees at that point, but not only that, but you gotta price based on like your needs. Man, my hair's all messed up. Guys, why didn't you tell me, man? My hair's all messed up. But you gotta price based on your needs, right? So, for example, like if you have bills that you know need paid, and you know, like if you have rent that's due, you know how much the rent is, right? And especially if you're doing this full time or shooting to do this full time, even like you should never sit here and just price just because you're part time, right? Because the ultimate goal is you want to shoot for full time, and ultimately, hey, even if you are doing it part time, why would you not want to make more money? Right? Because there is a sweet spot on the price. Okay, and I'll get into that in a second, but you should also price based on your bill necessities, right? Like if you need to sit here and pay the bills, if you need to sit here and, you know, pay for anything, man, you need to price it based on that, okay? And now, obviously there are jobs you don't want to overprice because, you know, like for example, I've had to do like just one side of a home, you know? And, you know, now some I have overpriced, not gonna lie, but you know, generally, I price it pretty decent or just do it at my minimum, which that's also a thing you should keep in mind is you should have a minimum, okay? Like, not a minimum, okay, this is gonna be enough to flip a major profit, but a minimum, okay, this is going to be an easy job. I'm gonna need to make, you know, I'm gonna need to make money off of this, but it's not gonna take me long, so I'll still be making like $100 an hour, you know, that sort of deal, right? Everyone's got their minimum. I have my minimum, you'll have yours, right? And again, it all depends on what you need to make to pay your bills, to eventually scale, and to, you know, account for future things as well. I don't think a lot of people account for that, man. Like, yes, everything's going smooth, but I will tell you the one problem in pressure washing is things can go south in an instant, man. Your pressure washer, let's say, you know, you bought a 4 gallons per minute belt driven, $2,000 down the drain, and you're sitting here rocking it. Next thing you know, that sucker breaks down, bro, you are out a huge expense. I don't care, like, if you have insurance or whatever, you know, that is a customer that you'll have to come back to. You have to buy another one. I mean, it's just like, it's such a big process, right? And I've had to do that. Like, my pressure washer ended up not breaking down on me, but I put bad gas in it and didn't realize it until after I bought a new one. I had to tell a customer, look, I'll come back tomorrow and finish up, you know, because, or whenever I can get a new pressure washer, but I made it my goal to get it that night. But there's just a whole lot of stuff, man, you don't think about until it happens, and you need to have money saved up for that. Otherwise, you're just gonna be stuck. Like, you're just gonna be lost, and that's what puts people out of business. You know, you got the $99 guy, you got the people that charge cheap and stuff. You can't make the money, right? And that can happen super fast if you're not charging what you need to charge to stay in business. So keep that in mind. And also, you know, if you want like a straight number, man, look, I don't know your necessities. I can't give you a straight number. I'm not gonna go over like all my pricing and stuff. If you want to go over that, if you want, like, you know, again, book a one-on-one call with me. Like, I'm not gonna share that out in the public. And I hope you can respect that too. But you know, I don't know your necessities and stuff, but if you want to look at competitors' pricing, it's actually pretty easy to do that too. You can look at competitors' pricing. Don't undercut, okay? Don't undercut, but look at the general pricing they offer. Look at what kind of, you know, what kind of business they do. Like, do they mainly do residential, or, you know, do they do a lot of commercial and some residential? And I mean, that matters too as well. So there's a lot of factors when it comes to your pricing that you want to keep in mind, because yes, it is a competitive market too, but you still have to charge what you need to charge to stay afloat. Otherwise, man, you run into too many problems at one time. That's your business done. Welcome back. We made it home. All right. Let me cool that out. All right, guys, yeah, we made it home. So I did tell you there was going to be a cheat code at the end of the video. Here we are. If you've made it this far, man, look, I appreciate you for watching this far. And also, if you do like the content, man, you have to like the content if you made it this far. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, man. Hit that like button, because this is all we're going to post, right? I want to provide value to you. I want to provide entertainment, anything I can to make your experience as awesome as possible. So hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. But guys, here's the cheat code, man. So this is something we're doing, is just thank you postcards for the year, okay? I have a whole bunch of stacks over here that we're gonna be sending to all of our customers. And essentially what it does, man, you know, not only just personally is it something that I wanna do because I do truly appreciate customers. Like, it's not even just something that, you know, a lot of businesses say, oh, thank you for your money, but like, I really appreciate all these customers for choosing me, having great conversations on the job site, and just like, you know, building an overall relationship with business relationship, and, you know, just great people I've met on the way, right? So I'm sending these out to say thank you for a great year, to show some like before and afters and stuff. And then also it's got a message on the back that just, you know, kind of just says, hey, you know, thank you so much for a great year, looking forward to next year. And that's, I guess, the cheat code part of it too, that, you know, I guess people don't think about when you do good things like that. You know, when you stick your neck out for people, man, they tend to appreciate that, and you get more than you give, right? I guess if that makes sense. Basically, you know, me sending this is reminding them, you know, this is some quality postcards, you know, less likely they're going to throw it away, right? And they're going to keep it, and the next time they need pressure washing next year, a lot of them, I've already made a deal with them for next year in my own way, and I go over that in my courses and stuff like that. But this is reminding them to call me, and when they do, you know, they already know the price, they already know the quality because I already know the home, and it's like, for next year, that is creating my foundation, right? Like, there is going to be a foundation of customers that have already called me out, and it's a high chance they're going to call me back again next year. So when I do, you know, my Facebook ads, when I do my marketing and stuff like that, like, this is money I'm having to spend to get new customers, right? But if a customer comes back, it's like, the money I've already spent to get that customer, it's just like, bro, it's just in the dust. Like, you know, it just, then that customer has paid more and more and more. And that's why you see like pressure washing companies in any business, or like really any business at all, after they've been in business for like 4 years or so, man, they just like, they're killing it because of the fact that they have customers coming back. A business needs returning customers. And I learned that a ton when I was running my own clothing brand. You need to have returning customers. If you don't, then you just won't make money. Seriously. Because there's so much competition, and that's the one thing that helps you stand out and keeps you afloat, is having those return customers, having your business, your brand in front of those people, those amazing people that decided to choose you in the first place, and they chose you for a reason. You know, that's another thing you got to keep in mind. And guys, you know, this is just one of the small things that I do with my business that, you know, helps me stay afloat, and you'll see the results. Like, I'm going to document it all. You're going to be here, right? And so don't wait, you know, because, hey, if you want coaching, if you want any kind of direction, the prices are going to go up. Okay, just truly, because I'm going to get busier, so I have to charge more for my time. So if you want to hop on a call and get some direction, have me run your ads, get your marketing in place, get your branding in place, hit that link in the description and we can talk about it. I'm not going to charge you an arm and a leg, but we're going to work things out. And guys, I hope you enjoyed this video again. Thank you so much for watching. And as always, thank you for a great year. And man, I'll see you in the next one. Take care.